Just your average everyday trucker, keeping it real. I'm your host, Chris Blodgett, and you're listening to Real Talk Tuesday. Today's topic is going to be window shopping, yay or nay. This is episode 105. Once again, guys, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Had one of those occasions where I was kind of like, all right, what do I want the next Real Talk episode to be? And I had a couple possibilities. But this one kind of stemmed from a conversation I had with my bro Rico. Which again, sounds like he's gonna have a new episode on his podcast posting pretty soon. I guess the funny thing is, and Rico, fist bump, love you, bro. But sounds like from what he's told me, he's recorded a few, I don't know how many episodes, maybe like 3, 4, or 5 episodes, maybe 2 or 3, I don't know. I don't think he gave me an actual number, but he told me over the past couple weeks he's done a couple of episodes, but then when he listened back to them, he didn't like how they sounded. So I guess he actually recently did one the other day, or he did half of one, and then he was gonna do the rest of it like yesterday or today or something. And he was gonna get that one posted and it sounded better. And I was like, oh, cool, all right. I mean, I still would have listened to his other episodes too. It's like, not all episodes have to sound great. Sometimes we do a recording and sometimes it just doesn't sound up to our standard, like how much or how good we want it to sound. But other times, you listen to one, you're like, oh, it's actually pretty good. I have days like that, and I just have to push forward and keep pushing on, But it sounded like he should have an episode posting pretty soon. So if you want to check out his podcast, it's about the history of hip hop. And I apologize for the little pauses and stuff. I'm on my way back from Illinois, and literally it's like all week. This is like the only time that I did my Illinois route or whatever. And so I'm probably about 2/3 of the way back. Just stopped at a Love's off 24. Hit the bathroom, got some Arby's. Not too much because there's dinner at home. So I basically got some cheese sticks and like 3 chicken tenders. And then listening to another podcast, and then of course thought to myself like, yeah, I better go ahead and get Tuesday's Real Talk. Go ahead and get it recorded, because I never know if I'm gonna like be motivated during my days off to do it. Because I also have to like find time to work on the book and work on the start doing daily work on the 3 new digital product site, digital course sites that I told you guys about, which again I'll mention that near the end, but to give it to you a little bit right now. So, and I actually totally meant to give you Rico's link, or rather the link that I created on the Blodgett Show website to go to Rico's podcast if you want to check his podcast out. Again, I apologize, I'm tired. It's like, I'm going, man, I'm not with it tonight. Go to blodgettshow.com/Rico, R-I-C-C-O. And the 3 courses that I am doing, that I've now got these 3 sites up, really, really easy to actually acquire and to start learning a new skill. You know, whether it's the digital marketing, which I've been doing for a while, but now I have a much cheaper course. Instead of a $900 course, a $600 course, a $300 course, or even a $100 course, I have one that helps you to learn that, you know, has materials to help you learn how to be a digital marketer for $49. So go to blodgettshow.com/digital49. That's digital, the number 4, the number 9. Another course I have, and I went this route with these digital products because, one, you know, they're something that people can learn, that they can, you know, either help them out in some way, or whether it's trying to make money online, or in this current example, the cooking course, you know, to help you, you know, let's say you're passionate about cooking, but you don't really know a whole lot. Maybe you think you're a really bad cook. This course could help you out with that. Help you work towards becoming a master chef. Go to blodgettshow.com/masterchef. Or maybe you're an affiliate marketer and you've been doing affiliate marketing for a while. You've been trying to do different types of online businesses and whatever. Maybe you've been somewhat successful. Maybe you haven't been successful at all. Maybe you're like me, and like I've had a little bit of sales here and there where I've done different businesses over the last couple years. And, you know, you do some sales and then the business disappears, or the product stopped being sold, or whatever. But I have a course to help you with that too. Literally to become a affiliate marketing, I wouldn't say master or expert, but basically, you know, to work your way, you know, towards that. So go to blodgettshow.com/affiliate. So again, for those 3, for the affiliate marketing course, and see, those are both less than 100 too. The affiliate marketing is 99, or rather, I think that one's 97. The Master Chef course, or cooking course, is 99. And then you got the digital marketing one, which is 49. So you got a wide range of couple of different options of educational e-learning courses to you know, help expand your skill base if you want to. But that's blodgettshow.com/digital49 for the digital marketing course. blodgettshow.com/master chef, and blodgettshow.com/affiliate. And then, of course, like I said, for Rico's podcast, blodgettshow.com/Rico, RICCO. But with that out of the way, on with the show. Earlier today, I ended up actually meeting up with the team, which is kind of a funny experience. And standing around chatting with them for a few minutes afterwards, couldn't help but laugh, because, you know, it's I love meeting up with them. They're really cool. And, you know, Chuck and Joanna, whatever, you guys are pretty awesome. And so, like, and I'm only throwing that out there because earlier we got to talking, and Joanne basically, right off the bat, like, as soon as I saw her, she goes, "Your boss really sucks." I just burst out laughing. I'm like, "Yeah, yep." And I kind of texted that to my wife. I said, so the team basically, as soon as I met him, said, "Your boss really sucks." And my wife goes, "We agree." I was like, And the reason why that is literally, like, I got off this morning at like 6. And I got off this morning at 5:30, 6 o'clock. I probably got to bed by like 7-ish, 7:30, because I thought, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and, you know, I didn't know if I'd have time to take a shower, because that was like one of those, if I'm going to be going in at 9 o'clock or whatever, then I would have had time later on the day, but I didn't know what to expect, because, you know, I have too many days where I work a night shift, and then all of a sudden, oh, you're doing Farina, so I was like, oh crap, so then I literally get right out of bed, get ready, come back to work. And so that today was one of those days. It was, got to bed at 7:30, had my alarm set for 3:30, woke up to basically a text saying Farina's running. Oh shit. So I got out, I basically hopped out of bed and started getting ready, and the wife came up there to lay down and take her nap, and I was like, well, it looks like I'm doing a flip-flop today. She goes, so basically you're doing Farina? I'm like, yeah. She goes, well, that's cool at least. I'm like, yeah. The only problem with it is that I'm supposed to leave between 2 and 3, and I'm going on 4 o'clock now, so it was, I'm literally just getting ready now. She's like, yeah. So I was like, but I'll let the team know. You know, like, that's all I can do. Like, it's not my fault if I'm running late on a day like this. So I basically, on days like that, I go ahead and text the team and let them know, you know, hey, by the way, I'm, you know, running late because such and such. Like, you know, I got off this morning at 6. Got texted at like 3:30, you know, but I'm on my way. I think I finally got out of the gate like 4:30. You know, so it's one of those things out of my control, but at least to let them know. And of course, they got there at 6, so they even said we had 3 hours. We had a whole, like, the last 3 hours we had to basically sit here and talk about how much we don't like your boss. I said, well, I don't blame you. I was like, I like my boss as a person, and I know, I mean, you know, I can't say whether I like him as a boss. I mean, he's, you know, at least I appreciate that I'm working, you know, that I'm not having nights where, like, it used to be really bad. It used to be where, like, if Farina didn't run or if somebody else ran it, I would be sitting at home and literally be sitting at home till like 9, 10 o'clock at night wondering, what am I doing? Am I working? And my boss would be like, oh, just message or, you know, blah, blah, blah. Just call Lion Hall, whatever. And he'd call them, and Lion Hall would literally tell me, oh yeah, I don't know what Jimmy's saying, because like we don't have any we don't have anything for him. All right, you know. So on days, like random days off in the middle of the week, especially if I had a little extra funds to work with, because normally I enjoy my adult beverages on my weekend. But middle of the week, if I didn't have a day off, or if I didn't have a you know, a load to run, if I was basically home extra one night, and if I knew about it before 10 o'clock, I'd hop across the street really quick, you know, pick up a couple of my drinks, go back home, be hanging out till like 3 or 4 in the morning, doing what I normally do, just since, you know, I normally would work somewhat late, so I don't try to go to bed too early, but thankfully I can appreciate that things have changed, at least in FedEx a little bit, where if I'm not running Farina, it seems like I'm running an East Chattanooga run at 9 o'clock. Well, between 9 and 10, it's usually ready by like 9:15. And then I'm, you know, depending on how energized I am, I'm not very fast at setting up a set of doubles. So it's like, it's almost every time I set up to go to East Chat, it might be approaching 10 o'clock, and I have a lady from Lion Hall calling me. Hey, Mr. Blodgett, hey, like, what's, like, I'm just curious, like, is there a problem? Like, what seems to be the holdup? And I just kind of tell them some random thing, like, oh yeah, the location on the trailer was off. I had trouble finding it. Friday night, I think what I told her was that, well, yeah, one of the trailers was dropped too low, and it took me forever to try to crank it up. She's, oh, I understand, I gotcha. I'm like, yeah, you know how it is, if it's you know, it's got all that weight on it, and, you know, it basically, you have to manhandle it really bad to try to get it to raise it up even just a couple inches, because thankfully I tell her, like, my truck has the air dump where I can dump the airbags, but I've had trailers be way too low that even when you dump the air, you still can't get underneath it. So then you have to raise it up, and it's like, all right, come on, guys. Like, I would almost rather be a little bit too high, because sometimes it's easier to lower it down, but I mean, most of the time it's easier to lower it down when it's too high versus like trying to raise it up when it's got all the weight on it. So she goes, oh, I understand, I gotcha. I'm like, but the funny thing was, I literally had just dispatched myself. Whatever, like right before she called, like I was hitting dispatch, and on the on the app, and it was, you know, it had just gone through when my phone went off, and I recognized it was Lionel calling. I'm like, hello, hey, how's it going? I'm like, okay, well, I literally just dispatched myself when you were calling. She goes, oh, cool, all right, perfect timing. I was like, yeah, sorry, you know. Now we're supposed to be there like 8:45 to do the, you know, for that run, but they don't, like I said, they don't. It doesn't show up on the app until like 10 after or 9:15 or whatever. If they had it there like 8:45, I'd probably be gone by 9:30 because even when I'm, like, especially when I'm tired, it probably takes me about 30 or 45 minutes. You know, sometimes I can do it like between 15 minutes and half an hour. You know, if everything goes correct, you know, goes like smoothly, which you know how it is, it never does. So, but anyway, so the topic for tonight, as far as window shopping, yay or nay? Like I said, me and my bro Rico were talking earlier, and of course the days kind of blend together with me working overnights and some of these late runs, and then working a day like today where I'm in there like 4 o'clock-ish or whatever, so I'm getting home a little bit late for a Farina run, but so I don't know if it was Friday or Thursday when Rico and I were having this chat. It's like everything's blurred right now, but we were chatting, and basically we were talking about, I think I was mentioning the fact that, like, my wife, you know, because we plan to buy a house eventually, you know, but we're not in that position yet where, like, our credit isn't there, you know. I believe that on my current path with, like, what I'm currently doing with, like, you know, working on increasing the VA, the military disability, you know, going through those steps, because I got like 10% right now, and I'm told that, you know, with all these different, like, gotta submit a couple of documents, gotta go through some medical exams, whatever, that I should be able to get that increase, so that's gonna jump up decently, I guess. Looking forward to that. That'll help with the rent and whatnot, you know, all the other bills. And so over the next 2 years, I anticipate that we'll probably be, you know, buying a house, relocating, you know, if all goes well. But you know, my wife, she loves to window shop with houses. Like, she literally, I get tagged on so many Facebook posts where basically, like, she saw this house in this state, or she saw that house in that state, and, you know, I mean, a lot of them are within the price range that we would probably buy in, but there's some that are like $1.5 million, they're like fancy houses, and I'm going like, love, realize, like I don't know why you. It's like, we would probably never be able to afford that. She goes, I know, it's a dream. All right, you know, or sending me house listings that might even be really cheap, like $100,000, $150,000, because they have stuff wrong with it and you got to, you know, fix. I'm like, yeah, but the problem is, like, we don't, like, I understand, like, you're just looking, but, like, we literally don't have the resources to buy right now. Like, eventually we will, you know, but she's like, I know. So I was telling Rico, I was like, you kind of mentioning about the house listings and stuff like that and whatnot, and I was like, you know, I was like, it just bugs me because I don't like window shopping. Like, it's like the same, in that same category. I don't like going to the store, but I mean, there's two separate split offs here. Like, either going to places like the mall, just to, like, walk around, you know, the window shopping, you know, where you're not window shopping necessarily, but you're walking around and you walk into the stores, you're looking at stuff, you know, but then you of course you check stuff out for a while, you leave, maybe you go to the food court, get a bite to eat or whatever, but otherwise you just, you know, you're just looking, you're just walking around enjoying time at the mall, and I'm like, I don't really care for that, because again, you're looking at stuff, you might see things that you really want to get, but of course you can't get it because you can't afford it yet. You know, gotta wait till payday or till they can save up some money or something, depending on how much it costs. And you know, so I'm not really a huge fan. It's like more going to the grocery store. You know, like going to the grocery store when you, like, we've had it happen quite a bit where, like, you know, it's too many bills, but, you know, you got to get something for the house. You go to the store and you're thinking, well, I have like $50 to work with, and so you try to make that $50, stretch as far as you can. Like, you try to get whatever you can to try to at least get through a couple days or whatever. Whether it's like pasta, like spaghetti noodles, and the elbows and stuff like that, and then other cheap items that you can make, basically pasta dishes. Maybe a pack of chicken or whatever, so that way you can make some cheap meals to get through a couple days at least. But then, while you're doing that, you're seeing other stuff in the store. A big problem with that is going to the store when not just when you don't have a lot of money, but you go to the store and you're kind of hungry to begin with. So you're like seeing everything, like everything sounds good, everything looks delicious. You pass the little deli counter or whatever where they have the rotisserie chickens, or the fried chicken, little pasta dishes or whatever that are already made up or whatever. I basically just grab and go. It's supposed to be or if they have like barbecue, boxes of like barbecue ribs that are all nice and hot and ready to go. You just take them home. And it's like, so I was telling Rico, I was like, with that or with the mall or especially with the houses, I said, I just don't like window shopping. I don't like looking at stuff. And, because Aaron will do it online, or my wife will do it online too. She'll, just random, like online shopping, like e-commerce sites, different products or whatever that she might be checking out. She'll be like, oh my God, look at this. This is actually, it's on sale. It's like, it usually might be like, oh, instead of like 300, it's like 225. Oh man. And I'm like, yeah, I love it still, I was like, and we'll have already paid the bills, and we'll have like $100 in our account that we got to plan for groceries for the week or whatever, to be like, all right, but love. I was like, it's depressing. And my brother Rico was like, because I guess he feels the same way I do. He's like, yeah, bro, like I hate doing that, like, because if I can't buy it, I don't want to even look at it. Like, if I have no way, I don't want to look at stuff that I can't even get, like whether it's checking out food, going to the grocery store, be looking at a bunch of different foods that I want to get but I can't, or whether it's looking at stuff, going to the mall, walk around. He goes, screw that. That's it's too depressing. I was like, yep, I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you. Because like, so I know, like, for me, I have a weekly routine. Like, I literally get paid by Friday. I'm off by Sunday morning. I have Sunday and Monday off, and then pretty much like I always like probably the one expense that's like every week is like $30, and it's basically going across the street and get my adult beverages, get a couple of the 24-ounce cans of 24-ounce can of Mike's Harder, get some margarita mix, and then these little kind of like margarita little 12-ounce cans or whatever of like there's like one's like a margarita, then there's like Sex at the Beach and Fuzzy Navel and a couple other cans like that, which are pretty good. So I'll get a couple of those. Trying to do better, the diabetes. I'm trying to, because they say stay away from carbs as much as possible, which we're a pasta family, so that's that doesn't happen. But so I've been trying to stay away from my beer, but. So, get a little off topic, I guess, but do you like to shop, even when you, like, because my former friend, Kirsten, and yeah, I say former friend, things kind of fell apart, but she has my number, so it's like, if things, the way they were forecast with somebody that everyone else thought was a catfish reaching out to her and stuff, I'm sure eventually maybe I'll hear from her, but honestly, to me right now, doesn't matter if I do or not, she made her own decision and stuff. She can do what she wants, like I said in previous episodes and stuff, it's like too much drama, too much negativity or whatever, and kind of a little bit of a some certain comments kind of made it sound like manipulative, kind of like, so it's like, oh well, I let that, but trying to think where I was going with that exactly. But oh, okay, I remember. You know when you have those occasions where like you're trying to talk about something and your mind blanks, and you go, crap, what the hell was I just talking about? So the window shopping, partially, well, it was inspired by me and my wife, but a little bit by the former friend Kirsten, because she was very big on she is, as far as I know, I don't think that's changed, but she is very big on window shopping. Like, literally, it's like a stress relief for her. She'd be like, oh, I just went window shopping, looking around and stuff, whatever. Oh my God, and it was pretty fun. And I'm like, it would be depressing for me because you're just looking at stuff when you're broke and, can't buy what you want, but you're looking at stuff. It's like, yeah, no, I'm good. But hey, what they say, to each their own. If that's something that like you enjoy, you love going just looking at stuff, seeing what's out there, even though like you have no ability to purchase it at the time, hey, go for it. It's like, instead of focusing on things that I would like that I can't have just yet, I'm focusing on the taking action and trying to work on things that are actually going to eventually make our situation better. So but yeah, when talking to the team, they were, I got a kick out of the fact that I didn't even have to bring up my boss. They were the ones that brought it up, which I thought that was funny as hell. I agree 100%, just in case you guys are listening and stuff, I agree with you. You guys, you're preaching to the choir. But Chuck was like, Chris, you gotta, like, you don't have to put up with that shit, man. Like, I would leave. And I was like, well, and I told him, I had never told them this before, because usually, like, I don't say anything in public, to people I know or whatever. Hell, even online, I don't always mention the stuff I'm doing online to try to, like, give myself options. But today I told them, I was like, hey, well, that's, like, I'm not planning to quit until, like, we're hoping to relocate, eventually be able to say, I don't want to quit my current job, start a new job, and stay where we're at. I said, I kind of want a full fresh start. I want to be able to get us into a house, maybe move to Kansas or whatever, so they could be, so the wife and kids, the grandkid could be near my wife's side of the family, her adopted side of the family. We got the birth family out in Philly, which we were there for a couple years. It's kind of one of those, like, I'm torn, because Aaron's mentioned, well, we can go to Philly again. I'm like, yeah, but then we'd be like, fucking, like, almost 2,000 miles away from my parents, and I already don't see them enough, because they're in Oklahoma, and would be probably at least, I think, probably about 1,200 miles, if I'm not mistaken, probably somewhere around there from the Kansas family. And I'm like, I want to be out near the Philly. I wish all the family could just move to one central location so we could all be close together, but you know how it is. It's like, that's never going to be the case. You have family in Florida, family in Vermont, family in Oregon. It's like, family in California. It's like, it's just not, they're just family you're just not going to see very often. But they like to go to Kansas and see the Kansas family literally every year during, like, the 4th of July or whatever. So it's like, well, why don't we just try to find, plus her sister that she grew up with, on her adopted side or whatever. Like, she's out there in Kansas. So it's like, you know what? We should just, like, try to relocate out here so you can see your mom more often. I could be, like, half the distance from, my parents instead of 800 miles, 400 miles. So it would be a pretty easy little, plan a long weekend or whatever and just drive down there, like, get up early, and we'd still make it down there, like, early afternoon and have 2.5 days, maybe almost 3 days, and then just take off, drive the 400 miles back or whatever. It'd be a lot easier than going from Tennessee to Oklahoma right now. But when we're talking and stuff before they had to go or whatever, because it was pretty late, so I don't want to keep it too long. I was like, well, that's why I'm like, I have I do doing stuff on the side. I've got a podcast I've been working on for the past year. They're like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah. You know, what days of the week is it? I'm like, oh, it's Tuesdays and Fridays, but right now it's just Tuesdays because I'm normally do Real Talk Tuesdays and Storytime Fridays, but it's been a minute since I've done the story, but now I'm trying to at least keep consistent with the Tuesday episodes, and I will eventually. It's probably going to be a sporadic, like, hey, here's a Friday story, and then of course might be a couple weeks, and hey, here's another Friday story. All depends on if I can get some stuff written, you know, because I'm thinking I've already got the material, you know. Plus I said like, hey, and I'm also writing a book and whatever, and she's, oh, cool, yeah, like, yeah. So, you know, got that in the works, and of course got the first group of the actual written Logic Show stories, you know, that are gonna be combined together, and that's, you know, I'm gonna turn that into a book as well. It's gonna be Logic Show Podcast Short Stories Volume 1. So, but the only problem with that is I need to, when I do future stories, I need to start writing them again, or at least have the ones that I did freestyle without me actually writing it, where I came up with it off the top of my head. Need to start doing those, getting those transcribed or whatever, so that way SARS had a alert really quick, but get those transcribed so I could actually have all the current stories, or those stories actually start being compiled, so I could have the next one being worked on, you know, Logic Show Podcast Short Stories Volume 2, you know, and so on and so forth, you know. Eventually just have, plus the actual novel or book or whatever that I'm currently working on and stuff, you know, so a couple of projects in the works. And then, of course, I mentioned them again, I've got a couple of online sites, you know, online e-commerce type sites that I'm, you know, working on building up. You know, I said, so I'm trying to do what I can on the side to give myself options so I can eventually get myself an out. You know, and oh, that's really cool, yeah. Because I said, you know, when I pointed at the truck, I said, because you know how it is, like, none of us want to be doing this, you know, this shit for the next 20 years. And she said, oh, definitely not. So, but yeah, fun times. So, but let's see. So yeah, it's one of those things that seemed like a very good topic to discuss tonight. I feel like I, you know, almost wish I'd had more to say about it. When I was deciding on the topic, I thought, oh, this is gonna be a really good one. And of course, I'm like thinking like, well, there's really not. I feel like I'm slacking here. but yeah, when you walk into places, you know, especially like really bad in the grocery store, you know, like I hate that when you go in and like, you know, maybe you have a budget of like $50 to $100, and so you're trying to. That's why I love Aldi's, you know, because you could have like $50 to $100, and yeah, you're still not getting everything you want, but at least it seems like you can, you know, especially people like if you have like 75, then you could usually do halfway decent, you know, especially if you're trying to, you know, get budget friendly items, you know, mac and cheese, you know, like rice, sauce, whatever, you know, and maybe get a pack of chicken or whatever, a couple of snacks, some fruit, whatever. You could usually do pretty good with like 75 to $100. It's not that bad, but you go to like Kroger, and like 50 to $75 really doesn't get you much. Like, hell, I think I went there. Yeah, I went there to get I think I picked out. I don't even remember. I think I was grabbing my stuffed chicken breast, which was like $10. Cause I was like, well, I'm already here. I might as well go ahead and get my stuff for the meal prep for the week. And so that's like $10. I got the quinoa. I got. I think I grabbed the French style green beans. And I think Aaron asked, like, hey, can you grab such and such big gasher? Probably had like 7 or 8 items, maybe 9 items, and it was easily like 69, 70 bucks or whatever. And I was like, holy crap! I didn't go there anticipating I'd spend $70. I went there thinking, oh, maybe like 30, you know. But I was like, oh crap! All right, you know. But you know. that's how it is, you know. So, but it's like it's that way at the mall too. You know, you go to the mall just to walk around or whatever. Like if I go to the mall, I prefer to plan. Like, hey, we're gonna go to the mall and like maybe have like. I think I did it one. I think I've done it a couple times where I've literally put cash aside. You know, planning for a trip. It's kind of what I did with kind of how it went down when we went to Kansas for that vacation back in October. I just got my settlement from the slip and fall down the stairs because of the ice at the complex, and so I had like $5 grand in cash or whatever because didn't have a local bank at the time. So cashed the check and then couldn't get it over to an actual bank, and then basically ended up traveled with all this cash on hand or whatever. I was like, oh crap. But that's pretty cool, being able to like randomly go places, and you know, like I gave a little bit of cash to both the kids, you know, a couple $100, $300 or whatever, and then you know gave a little, you know, because I had most of the cash on me, but I'd given some to the wife too, so she would have some on her or whatever. So it was pretty nice to be able to go places and go to a gift shop or go out to eat or whatever, and we didn't have to like, you know, it wasn't just window shopping or looking at stuff. It was like, hey, okay, yeah, we'll get this, you know. But yeah, it's funny chatting with Rico, and he was like, yeah, man, I'm right there with you, man. Like, I don't like the window shop at all. Like, it really sucks. So I was like, yeah. I was like, but it's like, especially with the houses, I was like, it makes me, you know, because I joke with the wife, like, hey, you know, like, I understand that you're just looking at houses. I was like, but it's kind of depressing because you're sending me at these houses that look really nice. Like, oh my God, this would be perfect. Like, do you have a way for us to get said house? Or are you sending me these hoping that I'll figure it out? You know, because you know, what I do. So, but anyway, y'all, you know, I know I've kind of rambled on you guys a little bit tonight, so I apologize. But you know, I hope you guys found tonight's topic interesting. And if you have any, obviously, if you want to, you know, as far as what we talked about tonight with the window shopping, you know, yay or nay, are you a big fan? Do you not do it? Whatever. Feel free to reach out. You know, let me know what you think. Or of course, any suggestions for like Real Talk Tuesday topics. Or, you know, if you missed the Storytime Friday episodes and you'd like to actually see those again, hey, you know, feel free to drop me a line and give me some suggestions, some thoughts, whatever. Or one thing my bro Rico actually kind of suggested, which I don't know if I would go that route, but he was like, hey, maybe you could have like some of your listeners send stories in that they wrote or whatever, and like you could pick one. You know, depending on, you know, if it was appropriate or whatever, you could pick it and you could read it aloud and actually give them credit on your show. And I was like, yeah, maybe. You know, like I said, this story was written by Jonathan from Ohio. I don't know. It's possible, you know, but at least right now, if you have any suggestions for, you know, what, like something that you want me to try to figure out if I can write a story about, then hey, drop me a line at blodgetshowpodcast@gmail.com. So, again, you know, like I said earlier, the 3 new sites, if you want to check it out, blodgetsshow.com/digital49. That's for the $49 digital course to learn digital marketing for $49. Get you a lot of materials, a lot of resources, a lot of digital downloads that you can actually like use that'll help you with your, you know, to start learning. And then blodgetsshow.com/affiliate. That's for the affiliate marketing course that you know, that's, I believe, like I said, I think that's $97, I think, for that one. But again, you get access to a bunch of digital materials and stuff that'll, you know, to help you start learning and growing your affiliate marketing skills. And then the cooking course, $99 for that one. These are all one-time charges, and you get access to a bunch of the educational materials. But blodgetsshow.com/masterchef. But then, if anybody would like to support the show, go to blodgeshow.com/support. You can support the show either for a one-time contribution or for a monthly for as little as $1 per month. As always, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much in advance. Anybody that wants to check out how it makes part of why I'm not like completely out of the loop when it comes to like these new courses and stuff like that, stuff like that, and and what to do and all that. It's mainly because of what I've learned with the Legacy Builder program. Because basically that's the one. If you go to blodgeshow.com/freedom to check it out, it'll ask for your email. Just put your email in there, or reply back to the email with any questions you might have. But otherwise, check out the site. There's 4 courses on that one. It's a Legacy Builder program, which is the 900. With that one, you get all 4 of the courses on that page, which include the Legacy Builder, the Digital Mastery, which is the $600 course, the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, which is the $300 course, and then the Launchpad, which mainly focuses on social media, for $100. And all that helps to whichever course you go up, you get all that's why the $900 one, it's like a $1,900 value for $900. You get all 4 programs, but there's a community that you get access to. There's step-by-step video training and all that stuff. So even though now I'm really pushing the $49 one because, hey, people can learn digital marketing for $49, I think I'm going to have a lot more success with that one because we live in an age now where, there's some people that can afford to do a $600 or $900 course or even $100, but a lot of people can't even afford $100. So I'm putting some cheaper options out there for people to still to get some educational e-learning courses and to expand their horizons and whatnot. But I'm just saying that what I went through, the training and stuff I went through when I started the Legacy Builder about 3 or 4 months back definitely has helped in my online journey. I'm still not where I want to be, but hey, it's all about not only just taking that first step, but continuing to be consistent with it and move forward. So, but on that note, guys, you know what I want to say. Keep on pushing forward. Keep believing. Believe you can. Believe you will. And you're already halfway there. And then you just have to go out there and do it. But on that note, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Don't give up. Keep doing what you gotta do. Whether it's going to your job every day. I've joked with the team saying I keep my mouth shut when it comes to the boss because I don't even say anything to him implying that I will eventually be on my way out because I don't know when that's gonna happen. But especially right now with me not doing my normal run every day, and me doing these overnight runs and then flipping back and forth to day shift and then back to night shift again. I am doing what I'm doing on the side to give myself options to open up those doors to eventually make it possible for me to basically say I quit. But right now, I don't want there to be hey, I hired this replacement driver since you're planning to leave, so I'm just gonna replace you. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. That happened once before, not. It's where I gave him a notice, not this job, but a different job. Gave him notice, basically terminated me on the spot. I was well, go ahead and clean out your truck. We got a driver that can go in your spot. I'm okay. So then they tell you that, because you didn't give enough notice, you're not able to come back and work for us again. I'm well, you're kind of firing me when I gave you notice. Well, I'm not firing you. You gave notice. You're quitting. Yeah, but why give 10 days or 2 weeks notice if the day we give it, you're going to tell us go home and don't come back. So, no stones out here, but, that was with a, contractor called Johnson Trucking out here with FedEx, I love working for them, but when I left, apparently that's something that kind of, I guess from talking to a couple of the drivers, they've kind of done the same thing they did. They gave notice, and then they basically just say, go home, don't come back. Okay. So the guy behind me, when I told him about it, he goes, oh, all right, so don't give notice. Gotcha. I said, yeah, just leave. Just basically maybe give 1 day or whatever, but otherwise I'm just going to let you go anyway. He goes, all right, don't worry, I'm just going to. So when he left, he just up and left. He basically just, I left, I quit. So Anyway, guys, enough rambling for you. Sorry, but I look forward to talking to you guys again next week on the next Real Talk Tuesday. On that note, you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.